I don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This has been so long since I've heard this song. The baby that I started, this show that I started, that you guys have run into the ground with your Israeli propaganda. Daddy's home now.
I blame George.
Welcome. Hopefully you're all doing well. You're not too snowed in. Patreon.com/Pantelis to get all kinds of great content. Poseidon is currently adjusting the camera. Oh, yeah, look at that. I look good. Thank you. That's all it took.
Somebody knocked it. That's
yeah, nice though. So welcome everybody. People get snowed in today. I was driving around in the morning. Poseidon and George both called me. Poseidon had to go to the bathroom. George does not know how to drive.
I had to go bathroom. I had to go number 2 on a snowbank.
Poseidon had to go number 2 on the 15. So welcome everybody. Hope you're all well. New podcasts are up. The Patreon is on fire. A lot of comments on the Patreon. People are very happy with the latest content, and we got a lot cooking for you guys. We got a lot of good interviews coming up. We're gonna have some fun. We're revamping the Pantelis podcast. We're gonna make it a bit more interactive. We're gonna give Poseidon a different role on that show, so he can showcase his acting, his sketch, and his improv skills. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. In the news, Poseidon.
Yes.
I know that when George gets here, he says, guys, I'm good. I'm like 20 minutes out. That is insane. That is not good. That's half the show that he's going to miss. He has no idea how to drive.
Oh, that's funny.
So Poseidon.
Yeah.
George is going to talk about the tariffs. I know this. So I want to talk about something else. You can start lowering the music, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I know what I want to talk about. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's slated. Well, he was slated in the U.S. to take over. Was it the HHS? Is that what they're calling it?
The health.
Yeah, he to be the healthcare guy.
Health security.
The health sovereignist. So they wanted him to do. Well, they wanted him. I mean, that's what he was pegged for.
What?
You get it. And it turns out that your boy Bill Gates, your favorite politician.
Oh.
Bill Gates apparently has been backing some kind of kookamani, a list of fake doctors to go against him. Like to say like, oh, he's dangerous. Now, here's what I find crazy, because people are like, oh, well, this is doctors. It's not, it's a fake thing that you can even sign. You could sign Dr. Fake Poseidon and it adds it to the signature list, which is amazing. It's online. Yeah, people were investigating last night.
What?
So it's amazing. There's a lot of fake doctors. Bill Gates and all these people that are against RFK, it's very suspicious because a guy came out and said, which is RFK, we've gained a lot of weight. We're all obese. These high fructose corn syrup.
Yes.
These fake sugars, all the chemicals that you can't even understand in cereals, these are all bad for you. We know they're bad for you. It's common sense is bad for you. Says we got to stop this. We got to get back to healthcare. We got to stop giving people experimental vaccines. And because the media, which is bought and paid for, are telling people, no, you want the poison. You should want the poison. This guy's crazy. They're trying to make it seem like he's the crazy one.
Which is completely insane.
It's completely insane. The guy telling you, listen, guys, we gained a lot of weight. We all have diabetes. It's clear to see. It's not like if you getting diabetes and having all this shit is clearly not the right way to live. It's bad for your health.
And not only are they feeding us a bunch of poison, but the stuff we've been led to believe are unhealthy are actually incredibly healthy.
Yes.
Did you know potatoes are actually, if like you don't deep fry them, but if you make them well, you know they're actually incredibly healthy for you.
No, that's an excuse of a fat man trying to get me to agree for it to eat potatoes. You take those fucking French fries out of your mouth right now.
Baked potato with a bit of butter and salt.
It's not bad for you. It's not that bad.
It's super good for you, apparently.
It's not super good for you. It's not, butter's not super good for you. It's just that in moderation you can have it.
Yeah.
And it's way better. The only thing is people should stop cooking with vegetable oil and all that shit. That's, that shit's horrible for you. Yeah?
Terrible. It blocks your hormones.
And arteries.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Well, I care more about the hormones.
Blocks your hormones?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Testosterone, yeah.
That explains a lot. You moody bitch.
Al Beats dropped $2.79.
Good morning.
It's very highly specific. I don't know why.
I kind of like that. It was so specific. I'm a fan of that.
He wrote, "Good morning."
Good morning. Yes, we're here. We're having the morning. Oh, my headphones, the sound is weird.
Why is it weird?
I don't know. Maybe put them up a bit. I'm not sure what it is.
Just up here. I put it up just a bit.
It's a bit. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's better.
That's better.
Now I hear myself more yet.
Okay, good. Mine are super loud though, but it's fine. I'll live.
It's fine. I love this. I feel good.
Yeah, you like them loud?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm turned on right now.
For real.
Welcome to the Morning Wood Show.
You haven't done the morning show in such a long time, and you're used to just ripping George that you don't know which direction to go.
Yeah, wait till he gets here. Guys, we got the news. The tariffs. What's up with this? I said it on my podcast with Eric Duhem, which is right now on Patreon, and I'll say it again. You're all victims of this brainwashing from the media. Because I'm looking at young people's posts of screw America and these tariffs and all that, and they're freaking out, and Trudeau's like trying to be a bully and all that shit. Listen to me. Understand something. The country to the south of you, the United States of America, which normally you want to emulate.
Yes.
We've been copying them on a lot of stuff, and they're leaders, cultural leaders, they're technology leaders.
Globally, even.
Globally. You've decided, just because Trudeau lied to everyone, to somehow view them with disgust and disdain and shit talk them for 10 years. For 10 years, it's how stupid are Americans, how fat they are. They're going to, our healthcare is amazing. Our healthcare is not amazing, by the way. Just shit talking them. Fuck them, fuck Trump. He's a nut. Just shit talking these people and shit talking Trump. The guy gets power. He's like, you know what? Fuck me. Fuck you. Okay?
Yeah.
And now everyone's freaking out like he's such a bully and he did this. You've been talking shit about this guy and how you don't need them and fuck them and this and that for years. And okay, we don't need them, which is a lie. We do need them, first of all. We don't need them. Okay, we're exercising that right now. We're seeing it in practice. And everyone is shitting their fucking pants at that 50% tariffs, even the 25% tariff, because it's not good. That's not how allies should be, right?
Yeah.
But we've been talking so much shit for a decade. They don't even think about us. But us down looking, fuck you guys, and we're better and we're broke. Okay, so then shut up if we're better. If we want to play this North Korean route of we don't need everyone and communism and we're good alone, then live it, right?
Yeah.
We're testing that out and everyone's unhappy. Of course, because it's completely stupid. It's completely stupid to live like that. You should be friendly with your neighbors. We shouldn't have these tariffs to our neighbors. But goddamn, dude, you cannot expect to just shit talk this guy for so long and the country and been shit talking America for so long and then just act like, oh no, it's cool. Nothing's going to happen. Of course not. People are going to get mad and tell you to go fuck yourself. In real life, if you do that, people will get mad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in your everyday life, you think it's not going to happen with, especially with Trump. Trump doesn't give a fuck. So what happened with Colombia?
Yeah. Can you give me the official story on that? Because I keep seeing different shit.
So one of Trump's big things, that's what signing executive, was illegal. Again, we're going to say this because Selena Gomez was crying because she's
I saw this.
a dummy. But
she got ripped online too.
I know, she took
and
it
people were like, oh yeah, you're crying for these illegal immigrants. What about the victims that they raped?
Yeah, because some of them were. But so again, this is illegal immigrants, and most of the people that were getting deported were gang members. So it wasn't families and shit. Anyways, so Clinton, I think, got rid of when he first got in 3 million. Obama got rid of probably around the same. Trump's first term, he got rid of 1 million, and they called him a Nazi. I don't know how the media spins this. That's what you do. Like, it's illegal immigrants, and a lot of them are criminals. It's illegal. It's not refugees. It's not. I don't know why we're playing this
The
weird
key
game.
word here is illegal that a lot of
Exactly.
people seem to graze over.
And I go, yeah, no one's illegal. People are illegal. Like pedophilia is illegal. Murder is illegal. Like there's stuff that's just illegal. That's how societies run. So this is very normal in practice for them to do this. Like I said, the Democrats have done this. It's not a Republican or Democrat specific thing. You have to do it to run a country. So he started doing that. And he brought, there was some Colombian gangsters or whatever. He was sending them back to Colombia, and they used military planes, bringing them back. They refused the plane. He said, go back. We're not accepting this. What are you talking about? He's like, it's not our problem. It's your problem. The United States. So Trump got pissed. He's like, so your illegals that you sent over here, criminals or whatever, are my problem. So okay, fine. We'll play that game. He goes, because they go, we're Colombia. We decide we don't want them. Now they're your problem. He's like, okay, fine. So he slapped tariffs on them. Go up to 50% next week. And he said the visas, we're revoking them. You can't have visas to come here. We're going to make it stringent. And for all of your like ambassadors and all that shit, we're revoking all their shit. They can fuck right off. And also a lot of your reserve currency is US dollars, and you have stuff in our central bank. We're not taking care of that shit anymore either. So within a month, that country wouldn't exist. And then, they turned around. They said, actually, we regret what we said. We just got upset because they were military planes. If they were different kinds of planes, we wouldn't have said anything. It's just a misunderstanding. It's just a misunderstanding.
Oh, that's funny.
So sometimes you have to put your foot down. Like as a leader of a country, you have to put your country first.
Yeah. I have a question.
Same thing with him. He's being goofy, obviously, but same thing with Canada. He's like, why would I put Canada first when they've been shit talking me? Okay, you don't like us. Fuck us. All right, fuck us. So why are you getting mad? Why is Canada getting mad? Canada said they want nothing to do with them, right? They're Nazis, this and that. So why are they getting mad about tariffs? Why do they want to trade with the U.S. so bad?
This whole because of Elon Musk.
With a fucking
Dude, it's like they all came out of the hive at the same time.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to see. It's like you know the hornet's nest when you throw a ball on it.
Yeah.
It's like they were waiting for that one little thing to just all come out at the same time. It's almost like it's a hive mind.
So I believe it is a hive mind because they just follow like, okay, what are they saying on CNN? All right, let's repeat it. So I agree. We have to make fun of him like I did. I even did on stage. It's so funny because but I know, and we all know he's not an actual Nazi.
I really liked Eddie King's take.
Bro, the Jewish Defense League had to come out, just to say like, guys, he's clearly not an anti. Like he's retarded. He's autistic.
Yeah.
And he was really screaming, "Are you my heart? Are you sending my heart?" It's like, goddamn, there's another way of setting that up, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like 100%. Eddie King says, like, you could go like this.
Yeah.
Like
you saw the clip?
Yeah, of course.
It was so funny after his invitation. I'm like, yeah. What was it? You're number one. Number one.
Because that's what I was telling. That's what I said on the podcast. I go, it's like the same equivalent of him being like, 11. My favorite number is 11. It's like there's a different way for you to display that. I understand what you're doing, but there's a different way for you to display that. So I don't think you should not make fun of him. I think you should still make fun of it. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But let's not lie.
So I see some people running with it just for the comedy aspect of it, but I see some people actually like, because I can actually discern who's running with it for real.
People are spray painting Teslas, bro. They're spray painting swastikas on Teslas.
No.
As if it's the person who bought the car's fault that he did not even the salute because he wasn't doing a not salute. He was trying to fucking do something else.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, the Nazis did that too. Yeah, the Nazis, just so you guys know, did a lot of meth also. Are you beating the shit out of meth heads in the street calling them Nazis? Hitler, famously, many videos of him drinking water. Are you just going around punching children at water fountains? Like, just stop. You can't be this stupid. It's 2025. Stop being this stupid. Just imagine just decking kids drinking water fountain. You fucking little Nazi.
I don't understand.
There's videos of Hitler drinking water.
Had they attacked the Tesla factory, they'd be more understandable. Like
Even
it's still,
it's been understandable
it's still retarded. Yeah, it's still retarded. But at least I'd be like, okay, they're not hurting innocent people. But even then, they're hurting people that just work for the company. Like it's just so insanely stupid.
But even here, when they're doing like, let's say the protests for like Palestine and all that, and they're destroying cars. It's like, what is a random guy parked?
Bro, the guy has a car payment.
The guy has a car payment to make. He's in there. He's like, free Palestine. It's like, how is that guy how is Steve, who's fucking working as a waiter, how is he going to free? What are you doing?
Could you imagine waking up hoping it's Spider-Man throwing your car around, but it's actually an Antifa member destroying it?
Like, God damn it. They're not going to, insurance isn't going to like this. Like, why do you keep parking in front of McGill? Funny. Yeah, so that happened with Colombia, and so I think we should have better ties. I think we should be super friendly with the states because they're our best ally for years, right? We used to be brother and sister.
Dude, we see what happens if America stops fucking with us. Just look at Vancouver.
Yeah.
Just look at Vancouver, bro.
That's awful. It's anyways, it's not good. So I see that, and it's just people are so stupid. Like, fuck that, we don't need them. We're gonna raise our fucking hydro bill towards it. First of all, they have money to pay, and we don't. And it's funny because then Quebec came out and said, "Yeah, don't make threats on our behalf."
No.
Yeah, Poseidon people came out and said, "Yeah, Quebec is in charge of its own hydro. Just because you fucked up your relations, don't." No. We're not going to make enemies with the United States of America because you guys are stupid. Just because Trudeau's son needed an excuse to feel sad to make a rap video, it doesn't mean that we're gonna fucking cave. Because it's so stupid. It's like, hey, we pissed off that bully. He's like, you're with us, right? He's like, no.
That's so funny. Right now, Canada is like, you know the two friends that go to Mexico and they get stopped by the cartel because they try to steal cocaine. Yeah. And one guy's trying to play it cool. He's like, yeah, we're very sorry. No, not gonna happen. The other friend's like, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah,
fuck you. You think you gonna fucking bully us, bro?
Yeah, Quebec is like, yeah, no, that's not us.
And then the other guy's like, no, I don't know this man. I don't know.
Like Trudeau on his way out is trying to destroy the whole country. He's trying to get someone to bomb us.
He's trying to level us.
It's fucking wild, dude.
But I mean, like, I've been driving through certain areas of Montreal. I think that's what we need at this point.
Just a little bomb. Just a small one.
Just a small one. Just to, evacuate everyone. Just to rebuild,
Los bombas.
Sometimes your computer is unsavable from viruses. Sometimes you just got to wipe it and restart.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, wipe it and restart or buy another one. Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do. Is trying to throw us out the window. But isn't it amazing that he's like, I'm out, so let me just destroy the country.
God damn.
Yeah. So no, I don't like what Trudeau's been up to. We should not be enemies. We shouldn't be enemies with any country. Also, the Congo. No one's talking about the Congo right now.
What's happening in the Congo?
The Congo's at war. They're trying to take over Eddie King's nation.
Damn, who?
Another African country. I keep forgetting these names, bro. They're all made up.
Well, I mean, that's how it usually works.
But it's funny because they go to the UN. They're asking for help. They're like, guys, our borders are sovereign. Can someone help out? We're part of the United Nations. And the United Nations is like, oh, I can't see anything. It's black. It's so dark in here. Oh. It'd be amazing if you were Ukrainian. I'd be able to see. They don't care. They don't give a shit about Africa. Shit. They really and they're showing it. They don't care about anyone, but Africa, they make it really apparent that they don't care.
Yeah.
And it's insane.
But I think China's going to take over Africa.
China economically already did.
Yeah.
You want to talk about DeepSeek? Since it tanked.
Oh, yeah.
The stock market, we lost $1 trillion yesterday. Should we talk about it?
I don't understand how, though.
So, China, and this is like an open source type of thing.
I love the way you said that.
So, China came up.
Sorry, go ahead.
Not China as in the entire country did it, but through China came DeepSeek, a new AI model, which is like open source and easy to use. And it's they're saying it's the same thing as ChatGPT, but Chinese.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that.
Well, on our computers, we got a hard drive. On theirs, you can't drive. So here's the thing. I'm getting in trouble for that one. People are saying, holy fuck. And then what is if this is better, which there's no proof that it's better, by the way. There's just so we get this out of the way, Poseidon, they're just claiming stuff.
Yeah.
Why are we investing in our AI and all? So why are we investing in NVIDIA? Why are we investing in all this? So a lot of people started selling. NVIDIA tanked. Well, not tanked, but it lost like 18% of its, which is crazy.
It's a large amount.
Yeah, it's a lot. From like 150 to 116, which is a lot. It's a lot in one day. A lot of other stuff were affected because everything's connected.
Yeah.
Because everyone's paying for AI and supercomputing. So a lot of gold too, because gold is a good conductor. That's how they're building a lot of supercomputers. So everything was affected. It's crazy. And people are so stupid. Okay, you announced it, but it's who cares? China having their version of ChatGPT or their version of some kind of an AI model doesn't prevent us from creating our own. Plus, you don't even speak Chinese.
So the real big reason that I understand that people are freaking out over this is it's actually because it's open source, which you can do is you can download it, disconnect it from the internet.
Yeah.
And now it works as a model like on your computer, and you can have it like do stuff.
But you could do that. That's what NVIDIA's talking about with digits too.
Yeah.
And also, it's the same thing. The only difference is that if you're always offline with that one, it can never update. It doesn't know new information.
So let's say you disconnected in January 2025, it knows everything up until.
Of course, because it's not connected. I want my AI to always be connected. I need my AI to know if there's a new gender. My AI needs to know what's going on. What the quota is.
Imagine you disconnect your AI from the internet and you're like, right before you disconnect, you tell your AI, okay, know everything up until 2016.
I'm going to go and be like, know everything until 1932.
It's just super racist and sexist.
I boot it up and it's like, doon, watch out for these Jews. I'm like, oh, all right. All right, he's up to date. He's up to date. This goddamn computer.
Ah, shit.
And then I was like, so I decided to hire a woman. It's like, why? I was like, oh, okay. All right, Chat GPT. Yeah, could you imagine that'd be a good sketch. Just a racist computer. It's only knows stuff up until the 1930s.
Well, there's already stuff like that. Apparently, some of the AIs, they had to reboot them because they were just getting racist.
No, it wasn't the AI. It was the language models, right? The stuff that they was talking.
Yeah.
The Microsoft ones.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were talking to each other. And then after a couple of sentences, they started to say racist shit.
No, that's amazing.
But you know why that is?
Why?
Because they were sourcing Twitter, all the internet, Reddit, because there's so many forums, and a lot of it was like racist, and people kept saying it, like, "Oh, Greeks do this, or Jews do this," all that shit. So it took it as that's where it was its learning base. It was from chat rooms and shit. So it thought that that's reality. So it just kept saying racist shit to each other.
Wow.
Yeah, people don't get sarcasm, even the shit we do.
Yeah.
Some people, like our fans, obviously understand, but some people just doesn't. It hits here and it
doesn't
stops.
register. Yeah,
it doesn't register. They don't get the difference. I still think these people watch movies and think that like those murders happen. Like they probably watch movies and like, how the fuck is Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie? I saw her die in another one. Like that's what I think happens with these idiots. Like the ones that don't get comedy, they take comedy seriously.
Do you think so?
I think so. Yeah, because you can't. Because it's like taking a movie serious.
Yeah.
It's like saying, so wait, that's the kid scenes and that's the adult scenes. So they started recording those scenes 30 years ago and then waited to complete this movie.
Yeah, we have a friend
who thought that when he was young. But yeah, people are very dumb.
I learned rather quickly that I can't take everything I see seriously. I learned at 4 years old, 4 or 5, I think. What happened was I thought I was Batman and I was jumping around the couch. And then I leaned on like, you know the thing for babies that they sit under and they play with?
Yeah.
It's all flimsy plastic.
Yeah.
I leaned on that, fell, slammed my head on the ground, not KO'd. And I woke up like an hour later. Like my mother had finished cooking or whatever. And I was like, damn. Like
you suffered CTE at a young age.
Yeah.
That explains so much.
At 5 years old. And then like I came to and I was like, yeah, I'm never going to pretend I'm Batman again. Like I learned right away, like, don't fuck around.
I almost died.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, it's not real, you know?
That's when you started twitching.
You think?
Yeah, you woke up and you're like, what's going on?
I think that's what happened.
That could have been the start of the Twitch. Yeah, that's definitely CTE, bro. You knocked yourself out. You're like jello in your head.
Heavy KO. Heavy. Like, and I was KO'd like a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a while. Like I could have been easily molested.
I accidentally ordered a burger yesterday.
That doesn't happen by accident.
I did.
Okay.
We were in Gatineau and I was so pissed. I ordered Belle Le Boeuf and they have an entire menu of burgers. It's all burgers. They're showing pictures of burgers, whatever. You turn the page, it's showing salads or whatever. And then it just says poulet with 2 options. So why would I think that there'd be a separation between, because there's the burgers, there's other stuff, and then the poulet. So why would I think that the poulet, the chicken...
they meant chicken burgers.
I know, but why would... It's not like... Let's say it's burgers, and then there's a chicken burger section, like chicken. There's burgers, then there's other stuff like salads or whatever the fuck it is, fish, and then it says chicken and 2 options.
Oh.
So how would I... You know what I mean?
And didn't say burger de poulet?
So I'm like, all right, poulet, nice. So I just got a thing and it comes and I'm looking at it when she puts it down. I ordered a fucking chicken breast burger. That's what I ordered. You sons of bitches. I was very upset. And then my stomach was hurting because I hadn't eaten bread in forever.
When's the last time you ate bread?
Yesterday.
Well, apart from yesterday.
I remember.
You don't remember, eh?
No,
No.
Been a minute.
I've been training and I've been eating a lot less shitty as well.
Nice.
And me too now when I eat something that's kind of shitty, I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I've been on a cocktail on.
I thought you were going to say cock diet.
I've been on a steady cog diet to get rid of spike proteins in your system.
Oh.
He has bromelain and some other stuff, nanokenite and shit like that. All over the counter shit. You could buy vitamins that you could buy.
Okay.
So I've been on that. Trying to cleanse my system of that spike protein, which has been... it's kind of, it's a gray area. You're not allowed to say it, but it's been causing a lot of shit for people.
Yeah.
Blocked arteries, heart attacks. But you can't say it. Statistically, you can look at it from a distance and be like, this is really suspicious. But you're not allowed to say it.
Yeah, they're gonna say it in 5 years, and everyone who was saying it that got
Already
problems.
dead.
Yeah.
Certain doctors will tell you, but they'll tell you and not tell you. Like our buddy,
Yeah.
who said his doctor's like, yeah, well, we both know what caused that heart attack.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? He's like, yeah, but we can't say it yet. He goes, wait a couple of years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You got to send me what you're taking.
I'll send you the list.
And
It's all cheap. You can buy it on.
yeah, and I'm gonna need like iron supplements also. I think. But
You're not getting enough iron.
No, it's not for me.
What's for? Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You go for need some iron. Yeah, because Poseidon goes around eating every iron-rich food in the house. He eats actual iron.
She no longer has cast iron pans.
No.
They disappeared. She keeps asking.
She just has a cast because she talks too much, and Poseidon doesn't play that shit.
Oh shit.
So Trump is in office, and look, the world hasn't ended. They're even talking about peace in the Middle East.
Wow.
Yeah, unbelievable, right? Might
Who
happen.
would have thought?
Well, not forever. I mean, there's so many problems. You saw what's happening in Europe and Italy and shit.
No.
God damn, there's like new sexual assaults every day.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I
really
wonder
aggressive.
why.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Nuts.
You know, they didn't have a problem for the longest time, and now
You
they
mean
do.
when they had borders?
Yeah.
Borders are a made up fucking thing, bro.
Yeah. Really.
You let first of all, any of these people that say borders are fake and they shouldn't exist, if I show up at your house and you have a fucking door, you hypocrite, I will be so upset because clearly you're bullshitting. You don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, borders.
Why
are,
have a door?
Yeah.
If you don't believe in borders, don't have a door.
Borders are made up. But I mean, they serve a purpose.
Well, it's not made up in the sense that like they do exist. Like they're a real thing.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
go, they're not real. These are imaginary lines. They're real fucking lines, bro. Like your house too. Like it's not an imaginary line.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is your apartment. That's that guy's apartment. You can't walk into someone else's apartment and be like, this is imaginary. We share everything. It's like, why don't you get to work? I found out 30-something% of people only pay taxes in Quebec.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah.
What did you say?
The population in Quebec. Well, so let's say a half or whatever are children.
No. That's insane. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what Michelle told me yesterday.
That's crazy. So we have 30% of the population supporting the other 70%.
Yes, but remember, this is the full population, which includes children.
Okay, hold on. No, I got to do some research on this.
Because if it's 30% of the adult population, that deserves a firing squad. That's what Michelle told me yesterday, unless she's giving me propaganda notes from the left.
Percentage of Quebec population paying taxes.
That pays taxes, yeah. Are people going to get mad right now? How many people pay taxes? What's our population of taxpayers?
No. Oh, it's 37% paid no provincial income tax.
What? How do you get away with? How does 40% get away with not paying taxes?
Thus, in Quebec, where the province collects its own provincial income tax of almost 6.5 million filers.
With 6.5 million people file, and we're what, 12 million people in the population?
We're Quebec population, I think we're like 9. Does he not have the code, the retard?
Yeah, he just walked in. Hey, thank you for making it on time.
So we're 8.5 million.
Okay. And 6 million filed. But how does 40% not pay provincial income tax? How does that work?
How
How do people not pay income tax,
I don't
George?
understand. I'm reading the thing right now. Hold on.
I was told yesterday that only 30% of people in Quebec pay actual income tax. 30-something%.
Well, you have the people whose salary is lower than whatever bracket is admissible for income tax. I think
26,000.
so. There's them. Then,
By the way, isn't that weird though? Because that means that they half admit that it's crooked thing to tax someone on their labor.
well, how else would they make money? Where would they tax you from?
So herein lies the question.
Ah.
They shouldn't make money. The government should not be in the business of making money.
Then how do they fund the services that people need?
What services?
Health.
Okay, well, they're not funding it.
Social
You're funding it. You just said it yourself. They don't make money, so they're not funding anything. We're funding it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're running it. They're
Oh,
administering.
they're running it. Okay, into the ground, George. I saw the video. I saw the video yesterday. I shared with my friends about where was it in Ontario with that long lineup where people were waiting outside to go see the doctor for like 2-3 blocks.
No.
Yeah, I sent to you in the group chat.
Put cream in here.
So it's not just it's 2 creams, no sugar. You don't like that? Why not?
How do you not drink your coffee black?
Well, George, I'm against criminality.
I feel like I just served it on a fucking silver platter.
Why are you late?
Guys, what the fuck is happening in this city, man? It doesn't even make sense anymore. You saw the message I sent you. First of all, I'm on Decari, jammed. And when we started texting, I'm like, there's no fucking way.
You were texting. I was sexting.
First of all, the government is so sneaky. They don't display
Those exact numbers.
the tax bracket that you don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
So they start at 53,000 or less. It's 14%.
I think under,
I think
what
it
is
was 25,000.
25, 28, somewhere there. I think it's in the high 20s.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, so Decari is jammed. We're exchanging messages. I'm looking at every fucking app there is.
I think
to
it's
see if,
24,000.
how much?
It's
24,000.
okay. We've moved past that.
Anyways,
Sorry.
because you don't trust these apps anymore, and everything is indicating around 5 minutes late. I'm like, okay, it's no big deal. That's why I sent you the message. And then at some point, I'm like, there's no fucking way.
You're an
those
hour
apps-
late.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, there's no way that's real. There's no way. Like, nothing was moving on Decari. I was like, and I wasn't even on the 20 yet. So I was like, there's no way I'm only going to be 5 minutes late. There's no way. I'm like, there's something's wrong with these apps. Fuck it. Let me grab the 20 and see if I can go through Atwater and then just cut through the city. You know, at least if there's
And then the
traffic.
city was done.
Dude, I get out. The 20 is perfect. I get out. Atwater, not so bad. That first picture I sent you with a bulldozer.
You should just stay on the highway.
9 fucking 20. For where? Which highway? The Decari?
Yeah.
Well, in retrospect now, yeah. But when I'm there at that moment, I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. This is bullshit, you know?
The apps are right. You were wrong, George. Wait.
apps
I
are
don't
right.
want to hear about snow. I got to talk about something you weren't here when we talked about. The tariffs.
Yeah.
Today was tariff wars. You want to talk about it. I know.
Yeah.
I got to say something to you. I want to hear your opinion on this
Yeah.
because I'm not for the tariffs, obviously, but
Nobody
I'm
is, yeah.
for... I understand why they would do this. And the message I want to make clear to you and the rest of your liberal friends is why do you think that it's normal for 10 years to talk shit about, let's say, Donald Trump, to talk shit about America, how much better we are, how stupid they are, how dumb they are. Trudeau's been talking so much shit for a decade.
Yeah.
And then he's surprised when America tells him, oh, okay, we're shit. You don't want to do this. We're fat. We're dumb, this and that.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want to do this? You want to be North Korea? Do it. Okay, do it yourself. Go fuck yourself. Why is it a surprise?
That's why there's a beautiful word in politics called diplomacy.
Yes.
Whether you hate the fucking guy or not, shut your mouth.
Thank you.
Be a gentleman. Be a nice lady. Behind closed doors, do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm with you.
Blast each other if you want, but when you come out, you can't fucking do that. And that's a mistake I think Donald Trump is making, even though in his defense...
Any way to spin it?
To Trump, you saw that?
Did you see that shit?
So he just fucked up Canada completely because of our guys, and then he's like, our guys.
Yeah, well, hold on. Because I'm gonna also give the flip side of the coin.
Yeah.
Because the best example of what not to do is Trump. But at the same time, if you're Trump and for all these years you have these idiots bashing you, then don't you have like a little bit left inside you say, go fuck yourselves. Back,
Yeah.
I'm back. Take
I'm
that.
back, bitch, yeah.
So, yeah, we're in that situation. It's horrible. And not only that, Trump is not an idiot. Although certain people may want to believe that he's not a dummy, and he's definitely not a dummy when it comes to money.
Yeah. I like it when people in a trailer park are like, Look at his fucking dummy.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I can run that business.
I know.
People, you know what I saw? I saw actual comments online. Like my head was hurting. He goes, "He bankrupted so many companies. He's gonna bankrupt the United States."
Yeah, he's gonna bankrupt it. It's surely
First of all,
because they're printing money.
First of all,
He's gonna bankrupt.
the United States is already bankrupt.
Yeah.
It's just not official. Let's be honest.
So, well, I have a. Anyways, we're not gonna mention it
Here's the thing, because you can have enormous debt and deficits, but if your economy is fucking rolling, it doesn't really matter. I mean, think of it this
economy
way.
rolling. That's a foreign concept here in this country.
You know, it doesn't exist. Exactly. I mean, think of it this way: you buy a house, you own a mortgage, but you're working, you're paying it off, so you have debt.
Technically, the mortgage owns you, but
Yeah, whatever it is. But what I'm saying is that it's manageable, right? As long as there's revenue coming in. The problem with the United States and Canada is that they buy from us way more than we buy from them.
well, no shit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Just on population wise.
Yeah. You saw the picture,
Fucking 350 million people, George.
I know, and that's why certain people criticize Trump when he says that they have a larger deficit vis-a-vis the Canadians. It makes sense. You're a bigger population, and we have the goods that you need. So at the same time, shut the fuck up.
That's
You know
so
what I mean?
stupid, but it's such a stupid
But it comes down to that. When you're talking about trade deficits. So what do you want? You want Canada to buy shit from you? You want, but we can't. We don't have, we have a third of your population.
Yeah.
Not even a tenth of your population. So.
But he's not looking for Canada to buy shit. This is just okay, you don't need us. You want to talk shit? Okay, fuck you then. That's what it is. It's not I don't need Canada. It's of course
It's all. In my opinion, it's all theatrics. It's a show. It's a demonstration of power and strength. And
as
I'm
Colombia
gonna
found out,
overpower you.
that's not the case.
You can't fuck around. And you're a country that not only that, at least Canada has something
leverage
in the game. You saw the picture I sent you that François Philippe Champagne, the Minister of Economic Development in Canada, the little guy. Yeah, he's actually very smart. He's the only guy that actually is worth anything in Trudeau's cabinet. He posted a picture, I think, on Twitter, and he's like, here's the reality, and this is why the U.S. is going to get hurt by the trade, the tariffs. And he put a picture of the U.S., and it shows every single state who is their number one trading partner.
Right.
Dude, 80% of the U.S. is Canada.
Of course, Canada.
It's
What you're
insane.
saying, again, you're misunderstanding. You're talking like a dumb liberal who's going to get us all killed. Of course, because it's easy right now because they're the closest neighbor.
Yeah.
But they don't. There's no such thing as if it doesn't work with us, they have no other options. There's plenty of countries ready, willing, and able to become the United States' best fucking partner in trade.
It depends.
Not just that,
depends.
the United States is vast and they are fully self-sustainable.
Yeah, if they want
Not
to.
fully.
No.
Yes, they are.
Stop,
Yes, they
stop,
are.
stop,
They
stop,
have
stop,
everything
George.
we have. They have
George.
oil reserves. Stop acting stupid, bro. I can't this theatrics.
Bro, the entire island of Crete is self-sustainable. If the
Yeah.
entire island of Crete is sustainable, the United States of America is self-sustainable, bro.
Calm down.
Come on, bro.
In terms, I'm not saying they're not able to be self-sustainable. Of course they are. Of course, they're a huge country and they're able to do anything they want. But when you know that 65% of their energy is dependent on Canada,
No, it's dependent on Quebec.
Alberta too. Alberta,
Alberta, they're fine. They're not going to lose Alberta.
And Alberta came out.
They got Alberta on their side.
They won't lose Alberta. No, but Alberta came out and told
Alberta's
Canada-
we're basically Texans.
We spoke about this. We spoke about this on another episode with Ted. I mean, they just told the rest of Canada, go fuck yourself. Suddenly, Alberta matters.
Yeah.
When we wanted to get our pipelines across, you told us to go fuck ourselves.
Yeah.
And now, because you want to have Team Canada,
Yeah.
you want me to play along with you.
Quebec said the same thing. PSPP came out and said, whoa. We're in charge of our hydro. Because they go, you're not going to get hydro. Carney said, we're not going to give them hydro. And then Quebec came out and said, who the fuck are you to dictate to me what I can do?
Yeah, but same thing for Quebec. If tomorrow, and this is what I want to ask, because Legault and Ford and they're all playing in that game, and good for them. They're playing. I mean, Ford he just launched the campaign today, and good for them. We can talk about it if you want, but. They have no other choice but to combine and say, look, we're stronger, kind of united. But I guarantee you that if that unity fucking crumbles and at the end Trudeau tells, or Trudeau, I don't know, whoever's going to be there, tells Legault, buddy, your hydro, we're putting it on the chopping block and it's going to bat for us, you're increasing it 50%. Legault's going to tell you, go fuck yourself, malaka, this is my fucking shit. 50%.
That's how Quebec separates.
I'm going to lose my fucking clientele because fuck you, go find someone else. It's going to crash and burn so
The whole
fucking
country's
quickly.
going down, yeah. Yeah.
You know, so people.
Thank you, George, for telling the truth.
No, but people were so quick to criticize Premier Smith there in Alberta, and I heard one of because obviously you know the media is going to take it any which way it wants. But I heard in an interview that she said, "Listen, I'm not against creating a unity, like a Team Canada kind of thing. The problem I have is that suddenly we've woken up to this realization that we're weak when it comes to our north-south trade." When in reality, what we should have looked at years ago is our trade east-west. And does it make sense that you drive into Ontario, you can't fucking buy beers to bring them back to Quebec? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Our dairy, and you can't go buy. I mean,
LCBO.
you could, but if they catch you, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
You
You're paying
can't
fines
because the SAQ
It's like
over
two
here
different
controls
countries.
it. Yeah, we have trade barriers between provinces. It's ridiculous.
It's
the most
not a real.
ridiculous
We've
thing.
already discussed it. We're not a real country.
That's insane.
They lie in the media and they tell you you're a real country when they need something from you. But when they're taking stuff from you, they're not a real country. That's why Quebecers get mad too. Like the Quebecers that have woken up and stuff get mad at the way the tax structure works. Like this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Same thing happens with the pork industry and the dairy industry in Quebec. It's a fucking mob. You can't do shit. You know, dude. I
saw videos of Canadian dairy farmers basically emptying gallons of milk because they had produced too much.
You know the story.
To keep the prices up.
Yeah, no, but you know the story of the Greek monastery, right? The up in the Laurentians.
No, but I'm so curious.
Listen to this. There's a Greek monastery up in the Laurentians, and they make their own shit. Like they make their own cheese. And they got destroyed by the government because the
Used to buy cheese from us.
No, les producteurs laitiers or agricoles du Québec. I can't remember what the acronym is. Whatever. They showed up and they're like, "What the fuck's going on here?" They're like, "This is our facility. We have our own goats or cows. I think I have goats. They don't make it. With
They
cows.
sell this stuff?
Yeah, they make it. They make their own fucking cheese, and they have their like a little farm, but they make so much of it. They told them, "Excuse me, no. You want to make your own thing? This is your quota. You're not gonna fucking sell cheese." On this territory.
it's like, no
L'Union des producteurs agricoles, the UPA. Yeah.
Saputo pulled up with his
It's not
homies, bro.
Saputo, dude. It's the
Saputo.
fucking union.
I know,
There's the dairy union in Quebec.
dairy union,
They're
bro.
like, you know what? Okay, look, you're a monastery. We get it. You want to self-sustain yourself. That's no problem. How many are you here? About 50. Okay, this is normally how much cheese you need. If you fucking start selling cheese outside of this monastery, to like an extent of, I don't know, whatever percent, we're going to come knocking. And they had to pay a fine. Dude, it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's
like
a bit
over $100,000.
No way.
Yeah.
What if they just gave it?
They would still have to pay a fine because they made it. That's the problem. They have quotas of making. That's why they destroy when you make too much, because they don't want the
crazy.
prices to go down.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So this is the issue that we have in Canada.
You're telling me there's a problem with unions? Unions are overstepping.
Dude, man, you know? And not only that,
We're living in an Amazon, but not really because of the
and
unions.
now everybody's waking up, and especially Jean Charest, who's been doing a lot of media lately. I've been following him. He's part of the U.S. the Canada kind of policy team, whatever they put in front to kind of assess the situation, make a proposition. So there's a bunch of intelligent people. Charest is in it, and he's doing a lot of media, and he's like, "Listen, guys," and good on him to remind this. He goes, "When I was premier in Quebec, we signed so many fucking agreements." It goes, Quebec spearheaded the effort of creating a trade agreement with the European Union that Harper then took and made it a Canadian agreement.
Oh, shit.
So all this started with Quebec, and obviously Canada now with the Pacific partnerships and all that stuff. And he goes, "Why the fuck did we sign these trade agreements for if we're not using them?" He goes, "We've been so stuck on trading with the U.S. And it makes sense because when your dollar is so destroyed, it obviously attracts the Americans because they're buying cheap, and it's right across the border. It costs you nearly nothing. You know, a fucking truck going across or a train. You don't have to worry about boats, planes, or whatever, you know? And we've neglected Europe. But the problem is that Europeans haven't forgotten about it. Like, there's a lot of shit happening, but it's a one-way road. Europe is very much interested in what's happening in Canada. They're buying our pork, our dairy, all these things that we produce, metals, steel, whatever, you know? But us, we've closed our eyes. There's a 500 million population over there in Europe that we can be taking advantage of, but we can't because we have the U.S. So I don't know what they're going to come up with.
I think the RFK confirmation hearing is right now because Oliver wrote in the chat, RFK is crushing it in his confirmation hearing.
Did you see? Oh, by the way, did you see Caroline Kennedy?
No.
She posted a video. Caroline Kennedy is JFK's daughter, who was an ambassador in Australia, I think. She posted a video destroying the poor guy.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like
but they all did it. Don't you remember
destroying
when they
him.
went for Harris and stuff, and they were all saying we're not with him?
No. But she fucking destroyed the poor guy, and she was pleading for the Senate not to confirm him.
Why?
Isn't that insane? That
She a bunch of things, his drug addiction and all that stuff. And even though he got over it, the people that he dragged with him, they
that's
had
a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing to
and
say.
how he took advantage of their father's name for his own personal gain. Like she goes on, like
Well, I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is the arguments are just like, I don't like this guy. Fuck him.
You tell me she's not taking advantage of the Kennedy name.
Well, she's
course.
very sad. Nobody.
Well, there you go.
You don't
She
see
just
her.
did.
Yeah.
She just did.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Caroline Kennedy. Listen to
Yeah.
me. Yeah, that's it. But I was telling you before when we started the podcast, it is very strange when you see the media, when a guy comes and goes, look, there's too much high fructose corn syrup. You see the difference when they change from cane sugar to this kind of poison sugar. The obesity rate, people are dying, heart attacks. So we have to end it. We have to put exercise back in. We have to stop eating this garbage. Someone wants to direct health and says that, and you go, that's dangerous.
The best one.
That's crazy.
The best one, there was this meme where they had the previous Secretary of Health, who was this fucking, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know who you can check it out, Poseidon, Biden's health secretary. In the meme I saw, he was this fucking huge obese person.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And they're like, the U.S. is worried that a man who is actually fit is taking over the health services,
It's infuriating to watch. But people just regurgitate what they're told on CNN. They go, no. Fruit Loops are good for you. And they repeat it like, Fruit Loops are good for you.
Media is going to have a
It's actually really sad to see, and it makes me just want to fuck off entirely.
They're zombies.
Like, it's so insane. It's so insane.
Look, what are they saying? Jorge Rosales. Yeah, you're talking about Barrett. He lost weight, actually, Barrett. But the difference with Barrett is that the guy actually knew what the fuck he was doing. He was a health professional. On an administrative level, there were some things that went wrong there, but at least he knew his shit. What was I saying? Oh, the media. It's going to be a tricky 4 years. The media, the mainstream media, obviously have known for the longest time that there's a huge challenge ahead that they cannot fucking meet. There's no way. Their cost is so high compared to like a podcast, and inversely, the podcast is getting so much more attention than their platforms.
I wonder why.
Yeah, but I mean, look, there's definitely frustration, but that's not to say that all journalists are bad and that all media is bad.
Didn't say that.
So,
I never said that. I'm
But,
just saying they've been spewing lies.
But I don't know if you guys saw yesterday.
back to you.
Yesterday was the first press briefing. I forget the girl's name there.
Oh, the blonde one.
Trump's
Yeah, I didn't
new,
watch it. What did she say?
Well, it was like the first introductory thing. Hi,
Was she
okay,
cool?
whatever. She's okay. I didn't watch all of it. The main thing that came out of it, though, is that they have a designated section now for alternative media. So they're going to give press credentials to the White House, to other people, not only legacy media, podcasters, people that produce online political content, all this shit. Like
Fine, I'm going to try to get credentials.
no, but you can definitely someone like from the Daily Wire, for example, is going to have press credentials. Can you imagine like an Alex Jones in the press gallery of the White House? So that's why I'm saying it's going to be tricky because
How come Trump hasn't addressed the gay frogs?
so that's the problem because I don't know what kind of vetting goes on, and I'm completely 100% for that. Do it. We should do it here in Canada too, because there's a lot of online.
In Canada, we did the opposite. Remember, like, you can't talk because I don't respect your media. You can remember that?
Yeah.
Did you guys see what the New York Times posted about the illegal immigrants? And that it was on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter.
The one that said they're not like they're illegal, but we could just because they're criminals doesn't mean we can't keep them.
Or something that deportation of illegal immigrants is concerning.
Yeah.
Or something.
No, it isn't.
Here's what's delicate with these guys, with these illegal immigrants. First of all, you can't be in a country if you're an illegal immigrant. Let's just establish that.
It's in the name. Illegal immigrant.
And you know what? People are bashing Trump, but his predecessors also had a very hard line.
Yeah, Obama and
had a very hard line against
Obama
it.
deported everyone.
He just had a better way of explaining it.
Yeah.
That fuck you, if you're an illegal, you're out, you're gone.
But that's what Obama said, though. The video of Obama saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm telling you right now, if you're illegal and you think you're going to stay here, you got another thing coming. I'm thinking he did the same thing Trump did, except Trump did it with his hands. It's like, we're not doing this illegal shit anymore.
So this is the problem.
But that's how stupid. What I'm saying is, the same guy. Like he did the exact same thing this guy's doing. But this guy, because the media told you he's a Nazi, you're like, this is wrong. You all retarded.
This is what's confusing for me, and from a societal perspective, legally you can't be in a fucking country, and if you want to come in, there's legal avenues for you to do so.
Yeah. But a lot of people that they're deporting, they were also convicted.
But some
apparently
crime. But a lot of them that are afraid
Obama was 8 million.
8 million.
Yeah, that he deported.
Yeah. Trump deported 1 million last term, and they fucking called him a Nazi.
Well, they've actually set a target. They wanna catch whatever 1,800 or some shit like that per day minimum. So anyway, the problem that I have is this: a lot of these illegals, they fled their country for whatever reason. They just want a better life.
But there's refugees. And that's the thing that they were separating. They were trying to show the difference.
Yeah.
Because the ones that they're going after the illegal are the ones that
just came in. They just
walked through.
In.
And there's a lot of that catch and release program. They take them. There was the Haitian gangster that they took out in Philadelphia last week, where he was even saying, "Thank you, Obama, for letting me," or whatever. But it's fucking crazy that he's committing crimes. They take him in like he's legal, and they would release him. How do you take in someone that's committing violent crimes and go, "But he's here illegally," and release him? Yeah. That's like the policy of a village, not a country.
Yeah, because I was listening to some analysts. There's a lot of businesses in the U.S. that have hired these because there's a shortage. There's a labor shortage.
Plus, you got to pay them on the table. Pay less.
Yeah. So
also the reason people don't want them being deported is because of the cheap labor.
Yep.
Well, so does that make them worse or better than the people want?
Well, that's the
thing.
Just
rich people. Like, I love these Browns. And like, what? Like, yeah, whatever he is. I love him. I'm so good. But seriously, he needs to shut the fuck up and go back to work. But I love him. It's crazy. They're the biggest racists.
But here's the thing.
Crazy.
I mean, first of all, you shouldn't be hiring illegals to begin with. But at the same time, if you don't have any other option and you need to make your business run, then you have no fucking choice, right? There's a lot of them in the construction industry, in the restaurant industry. Like, what's going to happen to these guys if they all they catch them all? Like, imagine you have a restaurant. You have like about 25 people in the kitchen that are making your business run, and they're illegals. Yeah. You know that. Yeah, you're paying them cash. But if they disappear from one day to the next, you're fucked.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
That's what it is, bro. You're taking a chance. Every time you do something illegally, if you're driving without a license, you're going to be like, well, what do you do if you get caught and then you have no car and you're in jail? Yeah, because you took the risk of doing that. That's what it is, bro. That's life. What am I going to tell you? If you play Russian roulette, you shoot randomly, one bullet might go through your head. What are you going to do then? Well, why are you doing? That's what happens. That's the risk you're taking.
And so to go back to the tariff wars, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen.
Insane.
He gave them until February 1st. Is he going to extend it again? I have no idea.
The trick would be, sorry, George, I'm cutting you off. The trick would be to balance. You'd have to have like 35% illegal immigrants working for your business, and then the other 65%.
No, you should have zero illegals.
No, legal people. So like that, even if they just disappear from one day to the next, the 65% of the workforce is there. It's going to be heavy for them.
Greg, you're taking over another shift. Why?
Yeah.
Javier is back in Mexico.
It's going to be it's going to be heavy for them for about a week to a month until you find new staff.
Yeah.
But at least you'll be able to survive.
Yeah,
exactly. At least you'll be able to survive.
No, but we don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know if they're going to extend it past February 1st. I don't think. He seems pretty adamant that on February 1st we're getting the tariffs. The problem isn't on that side. The problem is that we've known since November that this is coming. Okay. Evidently, nothing has happened.
We've still, by the way, since November, all of our premiers, except for the Alberta one, have been talking shit about Trump. And they said, what is he going to do? We're going to show how powerful we are. Why are you doing this, you idiots? Yeah. Someone should have been like, look, even Trudeau should have been like, called him and be like, look, I'm very sorry of all the shit talking I've been doing. Look at me. I'm a fucking piece of shit. There's flags in my country of fuck me. Fuck me. Like, people don't like me. I'm just not a good person. I'm sorry. I don't know why I reacted that way. I get emotional. It was that time of the month. I just get emotional. I didn't mean what I said, you know. Let's work things out for both our countries. But I honestly apologize. I shouldn't have done that. I was just very emotional, and I thought the media would love it. So I was like, fuck Trump. You feel me? It's just what I. Like, that's what he should have done. But instead, he's like, I'm out anyway. Fuck this country. He's like, yeah, fuck that guy.
But when you think of it, the fact that you've had all this time, and obviously nothing could have happened because you had to manage a whole other crisis that, by the way, you created also within your own party. And here's the issue now that we're at. And honestly, guys, this is something that has mixed up everyone in Canada. February 1st is coming. There's no government. Well, there's a quote unquote government, but there's no parliament.
Yeah.
You are announcing yesterday, I think, or before yesterday, measures to support the economy and the businesses in Canada in case these tariffs come in. Newsflash, you can't fucking just apply that. It has to pass from Parliament. Parliament is closed. So what are you going to do now? So now instead of thinking, how is Canada going to react to the 25%? We're thinking, whatever it is that you're thinking, how are we going to pass this? So now people are trying to analyze, how does it work now? Do you remove the prorogation, go back into Parliament with a new speech from the throne, just for like about 48 to 72 hours so that you can pass whatever legislation you need to get, and then prorogue again so that you can finish your leadership race? And then have the new guy come back in and remove the prorogation so that you can call an election. Like, what the fuck is happening in Canada? Within a month, we're going to have 2 different legislatures. Like, what is going on, man?
So are you saying we're a banana republic?
Guaranteed we are.
That's like your basement is flooding and you start vacuuming the attic.
Yeah. Don't worry, I got this. Yeah. I don't
No,
think
it's like that meme where there's a flood and the guy's with a bucket. He's picking up the water and he's just pouring it next to him.
Yeah, that's what's happening. And another thing, what's happening? I heard Jagmeet is blocking.
Oh, fucking Jagmeet, man.
you explain what he's doing?
First of all, I can't hear this guy's name anymore. Jagmeet hasn't fucking had any sound response since the beginning of this whole crisis. At first, he thought, oh, well, let's wait and see what happens. Okay, yeah, we'll wait and see. And then then he came out and said, you know what? No, if it's Justin Trudeau, once we're back in Parliament, he's out. Now he comes back and he's like, well, look, if we open Parliament again to pass these measures, we're going to have to consider, the lives of Canadians. We're going to have to maybe support it. But it's like, pick a fucking lane and stick to it, you fucking idiot. I don't understand how his party, and we've said it so many times on the show, I don't understand how they haven't done to him what Liberals did to Justin Trudeau. I don't understand it.
You don't? Well, I will explain the woke mind virus. They're scared because he wears a turban. It's true.
Yeah, he's going to come out, my party is a racist.
Yeah, they're all, but this is the world they built. You cannot be honest. That's what they built. So instead of being honest, look, you're very bad at your job. He's like, no, there's no proof of that. It's because I'm brown, isn't it? Which has nothing to do with anything. We know Indians that hate him. We know Indians like, I refuse to vote for him. Yeah. But that's what he's going to say. And they're all scared. They're all scared.
And how about this new fucking leadership race? We've had, by the way, we're going to have all of them. They've confirmed. It's just a matter of setting the dates. We've had Karina Gould on, when was it, last week?
What a name, though.
Yeah.
Gould.
Yeah, whatever.
Sounds evil.
And these people were, except for Mark Carney.
And cheesy at the same time.
We're gonna get to Mark Carney. But
by the way, they're trying to paint him as some nice guy. He's a piece of shit.
I don't know what he is. We're going to get to him. But
and his name is Carney. You really want a Carney running this fucking circus? Actually, yeah, it is a circus.
I mean,
here's the thing. And everyone has a smile, and we start the fucking podcast. I go, look, I'm surprised you're smiling. I mean, we would think that given the crisis, it would be, oh no, we got to think positively, blah, blah, for the future of Canada. And it's just the fucking same cassette over and over and over again. And people fucked us up on YouTube because they're like, you guys are fucking stupid. I'm like, listen, man, we don't have the type of show where we're gonna fucking bash the other people because nobody's gonna want to come.
They gotta come to the French cast.
So we gotta give them the space to explain themselves, and we hope that the people watching the episode are smart enough to make their own fucking judgment. All right. Yeah. So and we asked her the question. We're like, listen, not only were you a minister in Justin Trudeau's cabinet, but you were the government house leader. The government house leader is the person sitting next to the prime minister that takes the lead in the parliament, that gets up to defend the party and whatever. You know what I mean? How is it possible that after 9 years, well, she wasn't 9 years the house leader, but whatever, since 2022, whatever. How is it possible that now suddenly things are bad and you have to rebuild the party and you have to fix Canada? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it doesn't like.
If you have to fix it, this is the biggest question you should have asked her. Who broke it while you guys were in charge?
Yeah, no, but you know what? They all recognize the mistakes that were made. The problem is that when you ask them about it, they're like, listen, it's a big team. We can't always get what we want. That's how it works. Like in a big family, sometimes my point would get through and sometimes I had to accept whatever decision was made.
What are you talking about? You ran our dollar to the ground? You killed all our old people?
The argument that I wasn't in favor of certain measures that the government took.
You voted for them.
Okay, but in that case, step aside.
Yeah.
It's your credibility is on the line. You know what? Run your fucking campaign. Hopefully you'll win it. And then that's it. Why are you running as a leader now, wanting visibility, contradicting your entire fucking career and everything that you've done before? Yeah. It makes you look stupid. And the stupidest of all is fucking Freeland.
Oh God!
Because you know what? I'm willing to fucking whatever. I'll give a pass to Karina Gould. Yeah, you're a minister. You're not really convincing, but I'll give it to you. Whatever. Okay, you weren't in favor. Whatever. Now you're really honest and you want to fix it. Okay, let's say it passes. the one person that it cannot pass is Chrysler Freeland. Like, there's no fucking way that Chrysler Freeland can say, well, you know what, certain decisions, they don't go.
You're the deputy prime minister. Dude, the crazy thing, she goes, this carbon tax may have been a bad idea. Why do we do? You did it.
Yeah.
Like we might have to figure out who put that in. She put it in, and she's like, who the fuck thought of that shit? It's crazy, right, guys?
Not only that. You made specific financial measures in your budget to support that. Like, that's you, man. It's you. It's not the environment minister. The environment minister proposed it. It's a fucking garbage piece of legislation. Everyone agrees with it. But you, in your budget, you make sure that it's incorporated in your fiscal fucking policy, right? And not only that, okay, let's pass on that as well. The fact that Chrysler Freeland comes out now and says we're going to cancel the, what the fuck is it called? The capital gain tax.
Which you...
Dude.
Oh, because
I fell off my fucking chair. That is your measure. It's you. You're the finance minister that did that. It's you.
And
everyone told you this is insane. Why do you want to tax us more? Shut the fuck up.
Not only that,
but I think somebody came out to sue the CRA or some shit, no?
Sorry?
Or the CRA.
They're fucking getting sued. I'll tell you why. Because I don't know if people remember, last year's budget in March, when they tabled that fucking budget, when they proposed the capital gain tax, all hell broke loose in fucking parliament. They thought that the budget wasn't going to pass. So what they did was to separate it. So they passed their stupid budget, and then they had a side project, which was the capital gain tax, that they thought, you know what, we'll present this a little later, and we'll get it passed separately. That part never passed in the House. It was never voted as a piece of legislation. Meanwhile, Revenue Canada has been fucking taxing people on that measure.
Oh, bro.
So there's a big
Are
fucking
they trying to start a civil war, bro?
So I don't know what the hell's been going on, and someone from the CRA should come out and say, how do you justify taxing people on their sales or property transfers or whatever the fuck it is when this doesn't even exist as a fucking law? And not only does it not exist as a law, you prorogued Parliament, which means that everything stops. It doesn't even exist as a legislation anymore, theoretically. If you want this to pass, when Parliament reopens, you have to resubmit it as a new piece of legislation. So that today, as we speak,
that's crazy.
Doesn't exist. It's like zero. It's garbage. It's nowhere.
And yet they've been taxing people as if it does exist.
And you have the finance minister or former finance minister that is now running for the leadership of her party that says, we're going to get rid of the whatever the fuck
Which
it is.
Which doesn't exist, but you've been taxing them. So you've been illegally taxing people,
this
and you're
is
saying,
your fucking measure, dude. It's like it's you brought this. And so look how stupid she looks. She's removing something that she herself proposed.
And technically doesn't even exist.
Exactly.
And yet people have been paying for it. This country is a shit show.
Yeah. And then the other one, we're going to get to Mark Carney. Mark Carney comes in, considers himself an outsider. Bro, nobody believes you for a fucking second that you're an outsider. It is documented that ever since your mandate at the Bank of England ended, you came to Canada. We were smack in the middle of COVID. You took a major part in helping the government figure out whatever financial aid programs they put in place, whatever, all that bullshit. Everyone knows this. Like, it's documented. You were there. You were in the immediate circle of Justin Trudeau. And not only that, let's say we give him a pass on that. Okay, yeah, you're the outsider. As an outsider whose principal argument is, we got to fix this country. Major mistakes have been done. We have to withdraw from the carbon tax, blah, 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 all that stuff. Why are you accepting endorsements from the ministers whose laws you are now advocating that you're going to change? Doesn't that it makes zero sense. Imagine I'm the environment minister, okay, Guilbeault, because this is an actual,
he's a terrible person.
This is a factual scenario. Guilbeault comes out with that stupid carbon tax thing. You're Mark Carney. You're against it, but you take him into your team. You're like, I'll take your endorsement. Dude, what the fuck, man?
It's all bullshit. It's all smoke and mirrors, my friend.
It's a fucking circus. I don't know what the hell is going to happen.
Literally.
But guys,
Carney's running it.
There is no fucking government. There's no government, and all these guys are going to tell you, look, theoretically the government is there. We're still working. Nothing's ended. I mean, they're having their meetings. They're strategizing. That's fine, and I believe that. But in reality, in practice, there's no fucking government. There's nothing. There's nothing happening, and you can't tell me that the country is functioning when you don't have a fucking parliament to represent our voice that we fucking elected you for. So
what? Oh, hold on. Now we're talking about what the fuck is going on and all the problems and all this shit. But what happens next?
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? Because everyone's always talking about the problem, but no one's talking about the solution.
Well, that's
We need a final solution.
but that's the biggest
And
question.
I'm not smart enough for a solution, so
But
I'm not
nobody
going to
knows,
try and
nobody
put an
knows,
input
but
because my
nobody-
input is going to be like, let's topple the government.
Nobody
Yeah, that's
knows.
my solution.
No, but I told you before, that's the biggest question mark at this point right now that nobody understands how to answer. Because if you come up with a plan on putting together some relief fund for companies that may possibly get impacted by the tariffs, it has to pass by law. So how the fuck do you open parliament? And this is a very tricky one for the Conservatives, because if Justin Trudeau actually does that and the Conservatives tell him, go fuck yourself, we want you out, the line the next day that the media is going to push is that Pierre Poilievre doesn't care about businesses. He doesn't want to put forward a plan to save the economy, blah, 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 in front of the tariff wars. The problem is that the Conservatives don't care about what the fuck Justin Trudeau wants to do. They care about getting him out because he's put us in this situation to begin with. So it's a tricky one. Also, in terms of electoral strategy here, for Poilievre, your target now, your main adversary is no longer Trudeau. You know, he knew that. They were preparing already. It's been months that they've been calling carbon tax Carney and Freeland, and it's been years that they've had this kind of plan B in store. Problem is now that his carbon tax election is no longer a carbon tax election because the two front runners want to scrap that whole deal. Of course, you can come out and say, fuck, you're dumb idiots. We've been saying that, so you're not credible. But how long is that going to last, right? So the main issue now is who is best fit to deal with the new Trump administration. Even though I think that the Liberals are done and fuck off, you have zero credibility, the argument that could potentially work in their favor, not enough to win the election, but could potentially work in their favor, is the fact that we've dealt with this before. Let's do it again, kind of thing.
What? No, they haven't. These guys haven't. This team hasn't.
Freeland was the one that negotiated the last free trade agreement.
Yeah, but she didn't do anything. Right now, you've never dealt with this. You never dealt with a country that you've talked so much shit about that they hate you that they don't want to.
That's what it was back then too. There were threats on steel, aluminum, a bunch of shit. You know, and her argument is, I've done this before. Let's do it again.
I remember her going to negotiate in Europe and she started crying.
No, that was the European trade.
Remember that? Remember her negotiating tactic of I'm gonna cry?
And I literally saw a video of her last week where she was coked up during an interview.
No, but it's interesting that you bring that up. There's something wrong with her. Like health wise, I don't know if she's okay. That's
They're all mental patients.
No, but that
bro.
particular example, she's going into Parliament. And there's a scrum, so there's all these journalists asking questions, which is what you're built to do. If you're a politician, there's pressure, and it's called, in French, it's le baptême de feu.
When she was saying there's too many questions, there's too many.
No, forget about saying there's a lot of questions. Guys, calm down, because everyone does that, and you can do it in a way where it's respectful. Guys, calm down, relax. I'll answer your questions. Just take it easy. Her face, she was like,
Well, I mean, she might have been tired.
No.
Let me try and pull up the video.
I think she's medicated. Like there's
Well, they all have to be medicated.
but have you seen other clips also where she twitches?
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. There's something wrong with Christopher Freeland.
Drug. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that. I don't know, because people have different twitches, so it might not be drug related. Also, there's a lot of stress to the job. Imagine everyone hating you and you still have to smile, pretend that they like you.
No, well, resign if you don't like it, man.
I'm with you.
You know
I'm
what?
with
Resign
you.
if you don't like it.
Yeah, people are trying to fucking
Like you have to understand that.
ambush you and shit.
No, but here's the issue I've always had in politics. You're not in it for the rest of your life. You go in because you want to contribute. Give yourself 4 years. Give yourself another 4. All right, give yourself another 4. But
they don't. The majority of people are not there. This is my issue: is that they're not there to contribute. They're there to make money. They're there as a job, which is the worst thing you could do for politics.
yeah.
It's the worst reason to get it.
You're the wrong person for the job if from the get-go you don't understand that this job has a
she's
deadline.
coked up, bro. Check this out.
You know?
Check this out.
Look, she's taking deep breaths. No, she doesn't know how to handle anxiety and stress. This is what it is.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
No, she's taking deep
Press play. Let
breaths.
me watch this. It's a lot of pressure. Okay.
She's very anxious. Look at her. Calm down, please. This is anxiety. It's anxiety. I don't know if she's taking
But I get that you'd
medication.
be anxious too, though.
There's an issue.
No, that's fine, bro. You're
You know?
overthinking
No,
this.
I think she has an issue. This is the first time. I want to talk right before we close, guys. So there's another major thing that came out yesterday. The Hug Commission. I didn't follow
what?
it. Hug. It's a judge. She was chairing the commission on foreign interference.
Hug.
Hug. Yeah.
Like HOGG.
Before you continue,
HOGUE. Madame Hug.
Okay.
Yeah. Hug.
Jorge Rosales dropped 2 big ones in the chat. Open quote, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Close quote, Rick James.
So thank you.
Fuck
Thank you,
your
Jorge.
couch.
So the commission comes out, and just to put everyone kind of up to speed, this whole thing about Chinese interference and Indian and all that stuff, meddling into Canadian elections since 2019 and so on and so forth. There was a huge thing. The Globe and Mail broke the story, panic on the Hill. And then for those who remember, Justin Trudeau had the report from the RCMP, and he forced the leaders of the opposition to have access to this information. But condition was that they had to sign an NDA for life. For life. You can never talk about what you see here for the rest of your life. That's what it was.
That's insane.
So, and then they criticized Poilievre because Poilievre hasn't had access to that information. He didn't want to sign off because think of it. If you look at this documentation, you lose your fucking privilege of criticizing the government and keeping the government in check because you can't talk about any of this information that you just saw. So I don't know if it
He's
was
waiting to gain power and then look at it.
I don't know what it is, but I mean, if you know your team and if you have the confidence that nobody here did anything fucking dirty, and if they did, they're getting the boot, whatever it is. I don't need to fucking look at that document. I don't care who else is involved here. The only thing I care about is why hasn't the government done anything since 2019? Because that's how long you've known this has been going on. Because the truth is that Justin Trudeau tried to cover the information. He neglected the RCMP when they came to him with it. So that's what forced the Globe and Mail to make it public.
He's so useless.
Yeah. So we launched a commission. And the judge came out yesterday and said, listen, there has been questionable practices, but with what we have, with information, there is insufficient evidence to suggest that someone was a traitor. That's, you know what I mean?
That's what it is, though.
Look, she's a judge. Whatever information she has is insufficient for her to say that there's been a traitor. So, okay, that's fine. First of all, I don't think it was a garbage commission because I think it was a wake-up call for us to get our shit in order because definitely there's foreign interference, not only in politics, but even in businesses and whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there was an organization in Brossard, actually, this Chinese organization that was apparently, it was full of fucking Chinese operatives trying to control fucking Chinese locals in Quebec. Yeah. So anyway, my main issue is this. Now that we know this, okay, and that according to the judge, there's insufficient evidence, who's fucking talking about Pierre Poilievre's fucking intuition of not signing that stupid fucking NDA? Because now the other people, they still can't fucking talk about anything. They can't talk about anything. So this is how ridiculous this fucking prime minister has been. One, you know that something's there. And you do everything in your power to fucking suppress it because you don't want it to come public. Once it comes public, you're like, okay, who is it? This Chinese guy. You're sitting in as an independent. He fucking caved in to the information. I forget his MP's name. The guy that was they were accusing him of.
He was compromised.
Yeah, or like the Chinese embassy was mobilizing votes for him to win his nomination. I don't know if you guys remember that story. I forget his name. Anyway, so one. You are suppressing the information, so you know something's wrong and you don't want to come out publicly. Then when it does come out publicly, you underplay the whole thing and say, don't worry, everything is under fucking control, blah, blah, blah. Then you force your fucking opposition and you silence them by signing a fucking NDA. So automatically you don't get any political pressure. And then fourth, we find out that based on the information they have, well, we shouldn't have worried that much. I'm not ready to believe that because, I mean...
It's not the way they acted.
So that pretty much puts in question the newspaper as well. It's like, dude, why would you fucking... the information they have, I'm grateful that the Globe and Mail actually put it out publicly. You know what? Fuck this guy. The RCMP has been trying to do their job and they're getting blocked by the PMO. So you know what? Fuck it. We're going to do the job for you guys. Don't worry. We'll put it out for you. So good for them. From what we understand now, the information that they had... wasn't as serious. I don't know.
I don't think the RCMP doesn't know what they're doing.
No, I think the RCMP knows exactly what they're doing. I don't know what kind of information was heard during the commission. I think it's still something that should be taken seriously. But at the end of the day, given the result we have, Justin Trudeau acted like a fucking idiot. He acted like a complete idiot.
As he always does.
I don't know, man, guys.
Right now, since he stepped down as party leader, what can we do? Like, we have to get him out of there. We need to force an election.
He's still the leader and he's still the prime minister until March 9. So on the 9th of March, there's a new leader.
Make it.
Guys, it's fucking serious.
We might not make it, yeah.
I mean, what do you do? What do you do?
So wait, March 9th,
March 9th is a new leader who automatically also becomes the new prime minister.
which is crazy because you're telling me we are going to have in Canada again a country. No, we have a democracy. We're going to have a leader that no one elected.
Well, it's happened before.
But you can't.
It's
You
happened.
can't in a democracy. Again, I keep telling people they don't understand. It's this slippery slope thing. You cannot in a democracy be cool with that.
No,
Whoever's going to take over, we've
Like
never
it's
elected.
happened. It's happened. Like
right
in
now,
Quebec,
we need
it's
to
happened.
force
I
an
think
election.
when Lucien Bouchard resigned because of his sickness, I think it was Landry that won, and he became prime minister. But he launched an election right
You
away,
have
and
to.
he won. Same thing with the Liberals when Bourassa died. I think it was Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, that took over, and he launched an election which he lost.
But you have
So,
to launch it's through a democratic
Yeah, but I mean,
democracy.
I mean, look, let's assume that that's what's going to happen. They give
But
them
we
till
should
then.
launch one right now. Because I don't care about their leadership. It shouldn't matter.
No, that,
If
and that's
we-
that's the conservatives' argument.
Their leader already resigned. Internally, whoever they want to, that's their business. But Canada needs to vote for a leader. Also, we're in crisis right now, so we want these people out. They
Look,
destroy the
he
country.
used the loophole in the system to fucking pause everything and give his party a chance. Problem with Justin Trudeau is that he should have realized that it was time for him to go. Maximum
5 years ago.
last summer. Maximum. When you start losing by-elections that are fucking liberal fortresses.
And you're the most bi prime minister ever.
You know, when that happens, when you're losing Toronto, St. Paul, and LaSalle, Villemar, dude, it's a sign. Get the fuck out. Leave. What are you gonna salvage? What? You're done. So now the Liberals are hoping. I still believe that there isn't one fucking Liberal in his or her right mind that believes that they can win the election. What I think is happening though is that without Justin Trudeau, maybe they can salvage
Some
ridings that they otherwise would have lost. Like I'm thinking Outremont, for example, or maybe à la limite fucking Ahuntsic Cartierville, which I still think they might lose it. East of Montreal, I think they're gone. Mont Royal is a tricky one. Mont Royal, guys, is gonna be a fucking tricky one. Laval, there's a few tricky ones there too. Like there's a possibility that conservatives pick up a seat in Laval. But notice also, and we can end on that, how the Bloc is just staying very calm. Let them fuck each other up.
Oh yeah, they don't need to say
I'm
anything.
fine. You know what I mean? We're just going to pick up the scraps. We're going to go right in between. If all the Liberal vote either stays home or shifts to the Conservatives, there's riding like Laval, Montreal, South Shore, North Shore, Quebec region. The Bloc's walking in. The Bloc's walking in and comfortably too.
Crazy.
That's it.
So we're closing on that.
Thank you for checking out the morning show. Hopefully you got your news and it was different from what you normally get on the CTVs, the CBCs, the CNNs, or the AVNs. The Poseidon 69 on Twitter and Instagram. George Sandrizo's host of the most dominant political podcast in Quebec right now, Politiquement Parlant. And yes, the podcast is fully in Spanish. George Sandrizo's links are in the description. Ted Bird is not with us today. Ted Bird is sick. Ted Bird went and frequented a couple of ladies of the evening, and he has gonorrhea. It is very dangerous for a man of his age, but God damn it, cock's still working. It's a cocksmith, so he's out there banging. Ted Bird has a hit podcast called Standing By, which he hosts alongside another radio legend, Terry DeMonte. Terry and Ted's Standing By podcast available right here on Pantelis Comment on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcasts in audio format. People have said it's the closest thing to classic good radio they've heard in a while, so check it out for yourselves. Standing By the podcast. And if you like what we do around here and you want to help this insane asylum, patreon.com/Pantelis. Thank you all, and good morning.